Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there. Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone in between. We are back. And oh my goodness, it's good to be back. Sorry for being kind of late today, and I'm sorry for missing last stream too. I'll talk about that in 2 seconds. Just give me a second. I mean, just finished the intro, and then we'll have a little talk about stuff. And then we'll do smart. So, uh, hello there, hello there, hello there, ladies and gentlemen, anyone in between, whether you are near, whether you are far, where is the morning, the evening, or the afternoon, hello there, hello there. I hope all of y'all are doing well, whatever time zone you are in. I was trying to figure out, like, how do I say this again? Oh yeah, so whatever time zone you're in, that's the correct terminology. So, if you weren't following me on my socials, I missed last stream, which was going to be this stream with doing art stuff. The reason I missed that stream was due to the fact that I was just talking with a friend. And if you guys missed my debut, I will always hold friendship and stuff like of that variety above streaming. That's just my order of how do you say it? My order of importance of things. I always put that above that. There's a fly on my wall. Oh. Anyways, ADHD. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all had a nice weekend, and I hope your Monday has been treating y'all well. So, we're gonna be doing some art stuff tonight. Not too. It's probably gonna be about 3.5, 4-ish hours of art stuff tonight. I didn't really pick out any reference pictures for this stream. I probably should have done that. Oops, but that's okay. So we're going to be working on the thumbnail for our next Let's Play, which will be Alien vs. Predator 2. And I think this is something I want to do for the foreseeable future, where I want to do at least one stream working on thumbnail together. I feel like that could be a really cool interactive thing, so that way you guys can maybe see the beginning of it, like what you're going to see today, because I haven't started this thumbnail yet. Maybe you'll see like when I start in the middle, or maybe you'll see the end product, but either way, you'll see the end product once it goes for the thumbnail. I think that's a really cool idea. Maybe, probably other people have already thought of doing it, but it sounds like a cool idea to me personally. I don't know, we'll see. Another big thing is we are going to be having probably 1 or 2 tracks on loop tonight. It's probably just going to be the music we've been using. The biggest thing, I have a really big concern with using music, especially with how DMCA and copyright laws are. I'm always very hesitant with using any type of music, especially when I'm doing game stuff, right? I'm always very, very, very cautious on copyright stuff, because if you guys don't know, sometimes with copyright stuff, games lose license to use the music they have in them sometimes. It happened when Spec Ops: The Line, and I am aggressively cautious with that type of thing, because copyright law is scary. DMs scare me. I don't want to mess with any of that. It scares me. Right, hold on. I'm just finishing up a few things really quickly. Just popping you guys up on my phone so I can see if people are saying anything. Okay, there's the phone setup. Let me put it here. There we go. Look, it's Botbricks. My good old friend Botbricks. Very good Botbricks. Such a good friend. I like Botbricks. Without Botbricks, I wouldn't have anything to stop people from sending weird stuff in chat. I mean, I don't know what stuff I put on Botworks. I probably need to update some stuff, but honestly, it's not too big of an issue. Not to me. Okay, so we have just put it on our socials. We are live. There we go. Apparently, someone just messaged me on Twitter. Ah, okay. So we're gonna be doing some art tonight. Nothing too extravagant. Again, I'm a very, very novice artist. I am not someone. I really need to throw more time in art. My biggest thing with art is trying to figure out how to do things, because I am not very, I don't have an idea really where to go with my stuff. I know I need to do more Drawbox and probably finish up lessons there, and then I don't know what to do besides that though. My biggest thing is I don't know good sources to learn from. I guess would be a good way to say. Yeah, I can watch a billion YouTube tutorials, but I'm not sure they would teach me the fundamentals that I need to learn, because that's a big thing I need to. That's the biggest thing I guess with art is just getting over that initial hurdle of just doing it. I guess because one of the biggest fears for a lot of people with art is just that blank screen, that just blank white canvas, whether you're doing digital art like I do, or you're doing physical art like on a canvas or on something else. There's been a weird fly in my room. What are you? It's like a little thing. Hold on. What are you? Is it a little fly? I think it's a gnat. I don't know. I saw one of them yesterday. I bonked it because it was being weird. But I don't know. Sorry, I'm grabbing my drawing tablet. Yeah, I definitely think one of my biggest issues with art is just doing it because sometimes it's like I want to learn, right? I want to get better at art. I wanna draw things that I'll be like, wow, that's pretty cool. Because, I want to have that other extra talent. I want to be able to make cool stuff that I can be like, yeah, this is cool. And I can, I don't know, do stuff with it. I don't really want the I guess I just want something to be proud of, would be the best way to say. Because self-confidence. Yeah, it's loading up now. There we go. Let me put on my special little glove. No, the drawing glove. I don't know if you can hear that. A lot of drawing tablets, they come with like little slidey gloves. That way you can do stuff. Okay, it's working. All right, let me open up Psy, and then I'll try to get stuff to work. Because a fun fact, Paint Tool Psy does not like OBS for some weird reason. Oh, please work with me. I mean, I could just do a desktop thing. I'd prefer not to do that, because then I have to be careful what I show. Alright, let me, before I do anything... Oop, hello? Why is Twitter yelling at me? I don't know why Twitter's yelling at me. That's a good question. There we go. Okay, everything's good. So, we should be good there. Alright, let me check our stream delay real quick, and then we'll be good to go. Oh, that's me saying hello there. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. Okay, so there's about a 4-second stream delay today. Right? Yeah, it's about 3.5 seconds technically, but that's here or there. Okay. So, if you're curious about the music that we're using for the stream, in the description, check it out. Really good music. I'm using a song called Overdrive by Corbin Kites. I may use our outro music, which is called Deep Ocean by Wonki. We'll see if I want to use that one. I figured having a little bit of variety would be a good idea. I need to make a playlist for just free to use music and just have it loop. Okay. Everything's good there. Man, I have so many programs open right now. The taskbar at the bottom has like it's just full of things. I have Opera open, I have Firefox, I have my VTubing thing. I don't have Psy open. I have my microphone thing. Why is Steam open actually? Hold on, I don't need you open. Get out of your Steam. Just in case you try to do something weird. There you go. Okay, now we get to the fun thing of try to get OBS to stream Paint Tool Psy. Oh, oops, that's the wrong button. File new. Is it 1800 by 1080? Is that the thumbnail? Hold on, let me move on to my past thumbnail. You guys can't see this. I'm just trying to figure out, because there's a specific thumbnail proportion that I need to use, and I don't remember what it is on the top of my head. I'll probably learn it eventually, but that's not here or there. Are you a Psy folder? You're not. Are any of you dot size? No. Sucks. 1280 by 720, 1280 by 720. It looks like it's 1280 by 720. Why did I do the prototype one so big? Yeah, 1280 by 720. File new. Oh, that's pixel. Oh, shoot. That's what I did wrong. Okay. 1280 by 720. I think that's the right portion. Hopefully. We'll see. Alien versus Predator. You guys can't see this. I'm just setting stuff up real quick. Okay, cool. Boop. Lock this. I'll mess with that in a second. Hold on. Let me actually make it so that way you guys can see what I'm saying. Which one are you? Is it this one? Yeah, it's this one that I want. Not saved. Okay. And pop that up. There we go. Wow, it actually just worked immediately. Oops, sorry. Why is it being weird? Why did I do this so weird? Oh, I see why. Okay, that's fine. Hold on. Hold on. I have to resize it a little bit. I need to... I'm trying to decide what I want to not show. That's fine. It's gonna look a little bit weird. Like that, maybe. Yeah, that's fine. You guys just won't be able to see the full left side of that, but I just want to make sure. Okay. And then I put myself down here. My big head. There we go. Everything looks good to go. Okay. So, I need to find some references because what this is going to look like is I'm going to have three main objects here. Let me show you. I'm just going to call this what I usually call it. Rough line art. So my rough line art is just where I just... Oh, that's the wrong tab. I just draw things in the general order I want. So like, I think this is where the text box will go. So text, like that. So what I'm going to have is I'm going to have a pulse rifle sitting like here. Now, that's like a rough way I want it to look. I guess we'll have the xenomorph tail like here. It'll come in and out like that. And then we'll have the yacha blades come up through here. Now, I'm obviously going to have to experiment a lot. You're going to see me probably delete this a lot, and then X, Y, and Z. So, I usually don't show off my rough art, that's what you're going to be seeing. This isn't going to be like anything extravagant. This is just me basically, I don't know, let me do that. This is going to be basically just showing you our initial artistic things. So let's find some good references. First of all, I need Alien versus Predator. I want the pulse rifle. So there's a lot of weapons in Alien versus Predator universe. I think just a generic pulse rifle is always very, very much so something you can easily do. You know, you could do the Ellen Ripley one, which had the underbarrel grenade launcher and the flamethrower attached to it. I'm not artistically good enough to do that. Oh my goodness, wow, they look significantly different. Why does that one look different? I'm used to the... Okay, let me just roughly draw this. Really, really roughly. It goes like this, like that. And then there's like a little hole here. Well, not like that. Like this, and it comes down. Not like that much, but like that. And then that's the barrel. So that's the one I'm used to looking like. However, there's another one that looks much more like an LMG than a pulse rifle. It has more of like the bottom and the top look much more like an LMG. Oh, is that the grenade launcher variant? Is that what that is? Because it has two barrels here, so I'm assuming that shoots something else. You can't see what I'm looking at because I don't like to show Google Images because I've seen many people have bad things show up. But yeah, I could probably just pop these up actually on whatchamacallit. Hold on. No, you just have to trust me what I'm looking at. I'm trying to decide which of these I want to use as a reference though, because they all look pretty okay. I don't like the ones with the sights. I like the much more bulky looking one with the that has much. Actually, that's a really bad iron sight. The more I'm looking at it, because the gun sits like this, and then this big chunky thing sits at the top like this. It's not that high up, but you know, it's like that. Like comes up and back down and back like that. But the barrel is like here. So that's a bad iron sight the more I'm looking at it. Maybe I shouldn't draw that one. But that's like the one I'm most acquainted with. So that's the one I want to draw. But it's not very functional. Oh, that's why it looks weird. Or the one I'm used to. That one has either a shotgun underbarrel or a grenade launcher underbarrel. I can't tell which one that is. Well, the way it looks, I think it's a shotgun because it has a cock. Like the thing you cock back right here. Because usually with the shotgun underbarrels, they cock back like that. Okay, interesting. Do I want to draw that one then? It's gonna look weird. But I'll do it. Alright, I'm saving this. Hold on. Save image as. Gosh darn you, web page files. Why are you the way you are? I don't want the web page file. I want the PNG, please. Are you still web? Who cursed us upon having web page files? See full image. Who did this? I don't want to say this. I know you can kind of cheese it by doing not JPEG, but sometimes it doesn't like to open. Hold on, let me make sure it'll open. Where is my... I know I'm taking a minute. Just give me a second. Because I need to... I probably should have done this before stream, but it's the artistic experience. What? No, don't set it up. Gosh darn it. Where's my pure ref thing? Oh, I know where it's at. I have so many so many programs on this PC. I'm like, where did I put it? Because I haven't used you. There you are. So I use PureRef as a program that makes it so that way. I should probably play music. Hold on. Let me turn it down just a smidge so it's not too loud. There we go. I use a program called PureRef, which is a program that makes it so that way you can have multiple reference things up at the same time. Is that too loud? It's a little loud. Why is it so loud? I turned it down quite a bit. Who knows? It should be fun. So, let me see if it'll work with me. Because sometimes PureRef doesn't like it when you have a web thing. You know, I did save it correctly and may be like, no, I don't want to open that. How dare you try to make me open that stinky file? It's like, okay, you know, fair, but I need you to open this file, please. Where is it? Where is that file? I don't see it. Ah, there it is. Alright, will you open? It's trying. Yeah, it opened. Good. Good job. Good job, buddy. Alright. So the next thing we need to look for is the xenomorph tail. Xenomorph tail. There's a lot of different variations of xenomorph tail because there's different like casts of xenomorphs. You know, you have the drones, you have the warriors, you have the praetorians, and then you have the queens, and you have the empresses. You have the predaliens. What are the other ones? You obviously have like the facehuggers, but that's not what I'm after. I want a xenomorph looking tail. So I need it. That's not a bad reference. Honestly, I like it. So they have like the spines on them too. I need a good reference of it. That's a weird angle of the xenomorph tail. I don't like it. Not for me. I'm just gonna use this one. So I'm trying to keep this as simple as I can for my own sanity. Wow, well that one just saved as a JPEG. Thanks, game. Or thanks. Alright. Oh shoot, I'm gonna have to drag that in, aren't I? Hold on. That's okay. And then I need Yacha. Well, I'll probably have to look up the Predator claws, not the Yacha claws. So they kind of are just very generic, but what I'm looking for is the wrist, like the wrist blade, as well as the little gauntlet that goes on there. Let's look up wrist gauntlet. That looks pretty good. The biggest issue is trying to find one with the blades out and the little screen. Yeah, something like that, but it's not a good angle. Come on, give me a good angle of it. That's pretty good. Yes, yes, yes. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Ooh, that one's good too, actually. Ooh, I mean, so many good. No, I just want the image. Please, let me use the image. Me suffering, not being able to do art. Predator. I can't spell predator. I spelled predator. I'm so glad you can't see what I'm typing. Clause 1. Oh. Gosh darn it. I didn't save that right. Hold on. Delete you. Get out of here. I know I've been streaming for probably like 10 minutes, but I'm looking for references. It's important for art. Predator. clouds dot JPEG. I know I should probably save it as a PNG, but and I'm also gonna save this one because this is a pretty good image too. Wow, that's just Predator clouds 2. Alright, we have all the references we're gonna need for this. I'm sorry for taking a minute to do this, but it's very important, okay? What's this? Enable transparent mouse mode. Enable overlay mode. I don't know what that means. Alright, so we're gonna drag up in these images. Xenomorph tail. And then... Oh, can I rotate this? Can I rotate it? Oh man, I can't rotate. Can I rotate you at all? No, I don't think I can. Can I rotate you? No, I don't think I can. Okay, that's fine. I'll be working with you in a minute. Xenomorph. Well, probably not a minute. It'll be a few minutes. And I put you two in there. There we go. Alright. So the first thing we're going to work on is the pulse rifle. So let's get a nice good old image of that bad boy. Okay. So I see the general idea here. It has a little stalk. Okay. Now that we've been live for almost 30 minutes, let's actually start drawing. So, like I said, I'm probably going to have the pulse rifle here on the left side. So let us angle this in a way that makes a lot of sense, like this. Okay. Do I want it straight up or do I want to go at an angle? Like an angle like that, maybe? Maybe. By the way, I always try to have a background layer just in case I need something, like if I need it transparent or something. It's a very good habit to get into. Okay, then. Let's start with the general look of it. Like I said, this is just a really rough line art, and then I'll work on it over time. Okay, so there's the stalk. Comes out like this. Hold on, like that. It's not that long. Oh my goodness, why is my eraser so big? Get rid of that. Okay. Does it have? No, it's pretty much like that. Very straight, comes up and then out. Is it thicker? Yeah, I think I want it to be a little bit thicker. Just a smidge. Just a smidgen. I know I said this is the rough art, but I want to get a good design out now. At least it bites me in the butt later. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So it has another bit like this. Yeah, it comes up more. Comes up like that. Is it round? Yeah, it's pretty rounded. So it's going to be kind of round, like that. And it comes back down. Okay. And then we have a pretty big thing. Where does it come up at? About here. It's going to come up like that. Can you see my mouse? Yeah, you can. Okay, good. Oh, it's not my mouse, but you can see my cursor. So it needs to come up pretty dramatically here. Something like that. Not that dramatic. It needs to be more exponential rather than logmatic. So something more akin to that, maybe? A little bit more of an angle. Like that, maybe? And then it's going to come out a little bit. Nope, not like that. Like that. And then after, maybe about half of that. And then it comes down. Down. No, there's no... These are very hard lines, what I'm saying. There's not a lot of smooth lines for this gun. So like that. This is going to look awful for a little while. That's okay. That's fine. Then it comes out. Is that about... we need to ghost line it a little bit more. How far do I want it to go? I think about to here would look good. About there? A little bit and more. My goodness, this is going to look weird. That's okay. Sometimes the first iteration of art don't look right. Some things need to be edited, X, Y, and Z. This actually comes down a fair bit. Yeah. And then about here is an opening. let's do a little circle. Little bit. I want a circle about here. It's not going to be an actual circle, but that just tells me like that's where it's going to start. Comes in at about there. I know this looks weird. I'm sorry. Not much I can do about it. I'm not an artist. Comes down. And it's going to come out to about there. And then it's going to come up like that. You don't want it to be too circular here. Like I said, most of these lines are going to be very, very hard. That. And then it's going to come up. And then come over. Whoops. This is a very big thing with art. You usually just start with a lot of weird looking shapes. Or at least I do. Maybe I'm the weird one. Okay, that seems about right. Yes, this looks weird, I know. Especially since you cannot see the reference I'm using. The angle's a little off. I think I need to move these to be more in line with this. That's okay. And then the actual barrel is going to come out about here. About here. Yeah. And then that comes out here. Oh, these lines. Nope, nope. Come on, straight. There we go. And that's gonna come out to about here. Come back in. That's like the first part of the barrel, and then there's more of a cylinder part here. So, line, cylinder. No, that's not a cylinder. That's more of a cylinder. Okay, yeah. Is that too long? Yeah, that's a little too long, Chief. I want it to be about... I don't want it to be... Whoops. Come about to there. Cylinder, back in. This looks vaguely like a weapon so far. Not really. That's okay. Okay. And then there's a little grippy boy here, which looks like it's holding on. And then there's the rest of the gun. Alright, hold on. Let me work on this real quick. So this would come out to about there. This is like the this is the part that's attached to that. Which is why this looks so weird, because I'm doing it at a weird angle. Oh, the humanity. I don't think... Yeah, I think this is wrong. That's okay. We can work with it. It's fine. Okay. In actuality, it doesn't, like, really do that. There's like that right there. I'm basically just laying down the framework for myself, which is always a good idea. Okay, and then this is going to come back down. And it's going to come all the way over. Oh, bad line. You just got a ghost line. If you don't know what ghost lining is, by the way, and I sound like I'm talking gibberish, what a ghost line is practicing a line before you do it. Some lines are easier to do than others. Sometimes you don't have to ghost method it. So let's say I want to connect this to this, right? So what I want to do is I'm going to practice that line until I have the confidence to do it in one stroke, like that. Now, obviously, I went off a little bit there, but as you can see, there's no wibbly wobblies, because if I were to do that again, like that, and I were to not ghost line it, and I were to take my time, do you see that? So what happens is the brain likes to overcorrect when you're doing stuff like that, and what happens is it's going to be like, okay, I need to go down, nope, I need to go up, I need to go down. If you're better at art and you're more confident in your time to go slow, it's not going to be as bad as this, but generally saying it's a good idea to plan your lines before you do your line. Which is what I'm trying to do, but sometimes it doesn't go well. Okay. So yeah, it does kind of look like a pure... Oh, that case in point there. Alright, something like that. And then there's like a little bit of that. Right? Yes, I sound like a machine gun, don't mind me. Okay, so something like that. And then it's gonna come out and down. Is that right? No, it needs to be a bit more angular like that. And then it's gonna come down. And then it's going to curve this way. If I had another way to show you this, I would, but I don't really have a way to showing you the reference I'm using. You just have to trust me that I kind of know what I don't really know what I'm doing. Like that? Do I like that? No, it's a bit too harsh. I kind of like how harsh it looks though. I'm keeping it. It's mine. And it comes in like that. And then that's gonna connect to this next part that's gonna sit here. But first, before that, this right here. Actually, this is supposed to start much earlier. This is supposed to start right about here. Okay, hold on. So we need to erase that part. So there's like a big box here, which I'm assuming this is where the magazine goes in. Yeah, maybe? Actually, I don't know where the magazine goes in this thing. I'm looking at the weapon design now. Where does it go in? Because it has an underbarrel attachment there, which is, I'm assuming, is a shotgun. Because there is a thing right here which I assume you put in the shotgun shells, like individually, like you would like a pump action shotgun or something. Like you individually load the shells rather than having just a magazine to shove in, or a big drum mag or something like an A12 or something. But I am not seeing where you put in the bullets for this thing. I'm assuming that's what I'm drawing now, is where the magazine goes in. I don't actually know. I should have watched Alien vs Predator Aliens again to see where they actually load. Isn't there a cock? Like, isn't there like a thing right here that you have to pull back? I don't know, actually. I swear they're supposed to be. But it's not a semi-auto, so it shouldn't need that. Also, it comes down, and then it kind of bends a little bit. Not too much, but a subtle amount. And it comes down. How far down does it go? Like that. A little bit in. And it comes over a little bit. A little bit more. I know this looks like rubbish. Don't worry. Oh, this is the secondary trigger. Okay. So this is where our shotgun is going to be shot from. All right, I see. Yeah, then it comes up, and then over. It goes about to here, where this line's gonna end, and it comes up, like so. Yep. Okay, so right in here, I think, is where the this is where the secondary trigger is going to be. So this is going to come down like this, and then back in, and down, not that far down me. Is this the right place? No. Okay, I see. It needs to be here. So it needs to come out like this. A little bit more down, and then like that. Then it comes down, down, back in. And then this just continues upwards like that. Somewhere along that line. Do I like that more or less? I don't know. We'll test it once I beat the full thing. But this is where the secondary trigger sits. It sits like this, like that, like that. Yep. And this is the shotgun trigger, which I will draw the shotgun in a second. I have a lot of things I still need to draw on this thing. So I guess we need to draw where we load the shout. I still don't know where you're supposed to load the assault rifle part of this thing. I guess it's here, because there is a little bit like that. And then it comes over, and then it goes up. I guess that's the magazine? I'm like looking at this. I need to get another image of a pulse rifle. Hold on. Pulse. The M41A pulse rifle. Where do you load this thing? Get out of here. How do you load it? Establish the corpse as a standard issue weapon. Also modern aspects of revolutionary Wayland storm rifle manufactured by Wayland Corp. Early production model suffered from stoppages caused by caseless ammunition. Where do you load it from? Hold on, there's a better picture. I still don't see where you load this. I see the shotgun. Does it have a weird magazine? Electronic pulse action of fire, controlled directly from the trigger and powered by a battery located on the carry handle. Rotating breech, so on free floating rails with a carbon fiber jacket. Recoil is fairly significant. Manual charging handle. Okay, there's the magazine. A manual ammunition magazine stores 99 rounds and a U-bin conveyor. Rounds are fed manually into the weapon's rotating breech. Standard practice. French jamming. Oh, that's a grenade launcher, not a shotgun. Okay. Okay, but where do you load it? Oh. It does go down there. Okay, yeah, that is the magazine I'm looking at. So that little bit that's sticking down there at the bottom, right under where the shotgun's trigger is, this is the magazine. I think it comes down like that, and then you can put it back in like that. Interesting. Okay, cool. I was really like confused, like where does this thing go? Okay, this needs to hook into that now, like that. And then right in here where my mouse is currently sitting is the trigger. So it sits like that. And this comes out and down. It's a pretty beefy looking trigger too. It's not like, yeah, that is not a small looking trigger. It comes down like this, down like that. Yeah, alright, cool. What about my shotgun? Yeah, the shotgun trigger looks so puny compared to it though. Like, it is barely... Oh, it's not a shotgun, it's an underbarrel grenade launcher. That's why I assumed it was a shotgun, but no. Okay, that's fair. Alright, so next thing we need to work on is the reach for the grenade launcher or the shotgun, whichever. I'm still gonna call it a shotgun. You can't stop me. I'm seeing now, I think it's a little too small. Like this part, maybe? I think it needs to come down here. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, this is a lot of experimentation. Namely, that's looking weird. Why? Oh, hold on. Hold on. This is where I think the excess bullet comes out, right? Yeah. Also, don't quote me on a lot of this. I don't have as much knowledge with weapons. I'm not a weapons expert. Like, don't get me wrong, weapons are cool, but also it comes down about there. So a lot of this would look a lot better if it was done by someone that actually is, you know, knowledgeable with weapons. But hey, it's all learning experience. I know I don't need to do this right now, but I want to do it. I want to do it. That just looks the same, but whatever. Honestly, this isn't awful. It's not amazing. This needs to be longer, I'm pretty sure. I think this needs to come down a lot like that. That's okay. Little bit of detailing here and there. We'll come a long way. It looks... Okay, this looks more like an SMG bit. Oh well. I think it's too long here. I think this needs to come in. That's okay. We'll fix it in post. When I mean post, I mean I'll fix it when I fix it. Alright, so it comes to about there. Yeah, it's just a big box. Alright. It's gonna look weird for a second. I'll fix it, don't worry. And then there's another box that comes here. Now, does this box go longer? No, it's about the same. No, not too down. Like that, and up. Shoot, and up. Yeah, shoot, and shoot. Okay, this looks bad, I know. I'll put some detailing in it, and it'll look better. So this is where I think you load it. Because it's pretty chunky. Just like that. Actually, it needs to be shorter than that. It needs to only come out to there. Is that even too big? That's a little too big. Is it? Yeah, it's also in the wrong place. It needs to end here. Something like this. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. And then right in here, starting about here, and kind of round it a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. I'm thonking. Okay, hold on. We've been listening to this track for the past 20 minutes. We're going to the other track. Hold on. No more of you. Well, at least for now, right now. Maybe every 20 minutes we'll switch back and forth. Alright, so we're switching over to Deep Ocean by Wonki. There we go. Turn that one down a little bit more, because it is a little bit louder comparatively to the other ones. Sorry, I have a lot of programs open. I have to tab through them to get to my thing. So it's kind of circular like that. And it comes out, like that. Yeah, but it's more circular. Comes in. So it's gonna curve in like that. No, me. Like that. Get rid of that part. And then it does have a rough curl there. And then it comes up. Up. Yep, like that. And then out. Out. And then it comes down. And then like that. This is what I'm assuming is the part you bring back. I think it's the, I don't remember what you call them. Is it too small? I don't know. Is it too small? No, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. So this also hooks into a different mechanism. Wait a minute. What's wrong here? Wait a minute. There's something wrong here. What is wrong here? I don't know what's wrong here. Something's not right. Is it too small? I'm talking about this. It needs to sit here, right? Yeah, it's in the wrong place, I see. Okay, let me erase that. So where does it need to sit? It needs to sit here, I think? Like that? But that looks too small. Something's wrong. I don't know what it is. I forgot to loop it. Sorry, hold on. Alright. Loop it. As we do more art streams, I'm gonna get more music, but it's just these are the ones I know that I can work with, so... What is wrong here? Something's wrong with my design. I'm trying to figure out what it is. I'm trying to figure out where I need to put the... Whoopsies. Sorry about that. Maybe it's too thick. No. It's not thick enough, I don't think. I think this part needs to be thicker. How do I do that? Does it need to be longer, maybe? Yeah? No. Because it needs to stop about... Like, maybe it needs to stop here. I think that's where it needs to stop. Okay. Select tool. Come here. I'm gonna be changing you up a little bit. Just a smidgen. I know I'm grabbing some of the other bits, but not much I can do about that because they're attached. I think it needs to come to about there. And then this part needs to come out here. About like that, maybe. Is that better? Yeah, it looks a lot better. I wouldn't even be against it coming up some more. Oh, whoops. Maybe make it up. No. So maybe about there. Select clear. Yeah, it looks a little bit better. It's not perfect, don't get me wrong, but it'll work. Maybe, hopefully. I'm still thinking this is too short. I think this is wrong, because it needs to come in and then down like that more. The more I'm listening to the track, the more I'm thinking, I don't know if I like this one, but that's okay. So, right here sits this bit. I think it needs to sit here. Sorry, that's rough. Like that. And then I'm going to erase this line because it's in my way. Okay, so this part needs to start about here, and then it ends about here, I think. Don't quote me on that. It doesn't look right, just because of how I've angled everything. Okay. Anyways, and here, oh shoot, I forgot to draw it here. Out from this one sits another thing like that. That looks wrong. Why does that look right? Something like that. And then coming out from that, so about here is more of a circle. Why does it look depressed? Stop it. Something like that. That's fine. Is it fine? No. I have to engage my wrist a little bit more than I'm used to. That's better. Not amazing, but it's better. And then sitting right here is the shotgun one. Or the grenade launcher one, whatever you want to call it. I'm still not sure if it's a grenade launcher. I don't know, it is a grenade launcher, isn't it? It's a grenade. I need to figure out how I'm going to draw the barrel for this under barrel. So I think it's gonna come out to about there. And then it's cylinders. It's cylinders like that. And I like that. Do I like that? Do I? No. Yes. Oh, I never saved this? Oh shoot. I thought I saved it. Oopsies. So I think I saved now, in case something crashed. Okay. And there's a lot of detailing that needs to go into this, because... Wait a minute. Yeah, this is wrong. So... Hold on. This needs to be bigger. This right in here needs to come up higher. It needs to come to... It needs to go... like, up. How am I gonna do this? At a weird angle. Whee! My childish mind. Hold on. So it needs to come up like this. It needs to sit about here. Yeah. Okay. Anything, what I'm just gonna do is I'm going to clear that, and I'm going to erase this. And so this needs to actually come up to here. It needs to go like that, and like that. That's chunky. Is that how it's supposed to look? No. It's in here is the issue. So I need to bring this in a little bit, and it comes. I know I'm being very, very, like, choosy with this, but I kind of want to be. Why did the music stop? Hello? Why aren't you playing? You know what? Hack you. You didn't want to play anymore. Hack you. No more of you. Going back to this music. I know this looks really rough, by the way. I'm sorry. Not much I can do about it. Yeah, actually, that is right. So what needs to happen is it needs to sit about here, and it comes out, or it comes down, and then it attaches to this bit, which is more of a thing like that, and then it curls under. It curls under the gun like that. And then this part just kind of sits like that. And then it's gonna come flat down. Looks weird right now, I know. I still don't think it's high enough. I think it needs to be a bit higher. That's okay. We can work with it for now. Oh, hello, Andrew Darden. How are you doing? Sorry, I didn't see your message. Sorry if you sent that a second ago. I am hyperfixating on drawing. Hope you're having a... Oh, Andrea. Sorry. On my phone, that looks like a W. My bad. Hope you are having a nice night. We're just doing some Alien vs. Predator stuff. Okay. So I don't need to put any of these finalizing lines on if I don't want to, but I can for right. No, actually, I don't want to overcomplicate this until I need to. I will... Basically, I'm trying to do some of the basic work, so that way I have a general idea, but I don't want to make it too complex until I need it to be. I'm just drawing kind of what I need, so that way I have an understanding what I'm looking at when I do the next bit later. I don't know, I doubt it'll be on stream. Oh shoot, that's a barrel. Yeah, this is a barrel that comes through. Like that. Okay. There's a circle here. Circle. Okay. So that's kind of the pulse rifle done. Also a circle here. That's okay. Like I said, that's just fine designing. That's kind of the general idea. Yeah, it needs a lot of work, but that's okay. So, that is our pulse rifle done. It's gonna need probably some changing in size and stuff, but that's okay. I kind of like it. It's okay. I think it's a solid 2 out of 10, which is pretty good for me. Alright, next thing we need to work on is the xenomorph tail. Let's go zoom into my reference of the xenomorph tail. So the xenomorph tail is very much... Actually, I don't mind the size of this. I kind of like it. Maybe I'll keep it that way. So the xenomorph tail is interesting in the way that it looks, right? It has a very spear-looking thing on it, like that, but it's not thin. Well, it's thin towards the point, like that, but it's pretty thick after that. Kind of curls like that. Actually, that's not awful. Yeah, that's not awful, all things considered. But I'm not going to use it. I'll regret it, probably, but I'm not going to use it. Okay. So I kind of want it to curl around a little bit. Unfortunately, the reference I have doesn't. It only shows, like, the final tip, and then it has a little bit of the extension. So I need to figure out how I'm going to do this. Let me take it my turn real quick. Oh. Ooh. I have a message on Discord, too, apparently. Let me respond to that. Who's messaging me? Oh, I see. Okay. It was someone responding to something I said earlier. It's okay. So this is gonna be the xenomorph tail. I thought the gun was gonna be the hardest part. No, it's the xenomorph tail. Honestly, it's gonna be the wrist blades that are gonna be the hardest part. So let's just get the general idea in first. So how do I want this to curl? Maybe something like that, because the wrist blades are gonna come in from like over here, right? Something like that, and then they'll go whoosh, whoosh. Yeah. So I probably want it to go something like this. Like that, and then like that. Very curvy. Ooh. Oh, up. Oh, no, that's too thin. The xenomorph tail is kind of thin for the strength it provides. It's kind of a scary thing, the xenomorph's tail. Something like that? Do I like that? Yeah. I think that's a little thick there. That's okay. I can make it work. Okay, so the way the xenomorph's tail kind of works is there's not like, you can't really see all of this. They are covered in spines that sit kind of like this. Kind of like that. And then they come down kind of like that. So we're going to be drawing all of the spines, which is going to cause me an immense amount of pain, probably. But that is the way art works, huh? The grind, don't stop. Let me draw the point. Okay, that's going to be a little tricky. So we're going to go like this. We're upside down now, don't worry. Alright, so the way this thing works is it's actually a pretty thick tip, the tail. It may actually, oh man, I think I did this too big. Okay. Something like that. And then have it come in. Not that harshly though, like that more. And then towards the tip, it is very like pencil thin. Something really thin. Need it to be center on that. Oh, center on that. Okay, something like that. And then it curls out like that. And there's a bit like this. Because you're seeing like that, maybe? No. That's going to be a thing. It needs to come over like that. Do I like that? No, not really. This part is going to need to come to about there. Like that. It's not perfect. It's okay. Something like that. And then this, I want to come into, oh, fine lines. Something like that, maybe? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Now I need to fix the shape. So it comes in and out like that. I think the more that I put design on it, the more it's gonna look better. Ugh. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Zoom and enhance. Needs to connect there. Yes. Kind of looks like a dolphin. That's okay. Sometimes things look like dolphins. That's the way it just works. Honestly, I don't... Okay, I might have another Discord message. Hold on. Who's messaging me? Oh. Let me respond to that. Sorry, I do need to respond to this. Give me 2 seconds. You can stare at... Here, stare at the model for a second. Stare at me while I respond to a DM. Sorry if you can hear me typing, by the way. Don't have much I can do about that. I'll move my model back down in a second once I'm finished responding. Sorry. Let me switch back over to OBS. Drag myself back down here. There we go. Sorry if I'm a little bit in the way, not much I can do about it. I need my model here because that's who I am. If I'm not here, then what's my point? I'm a VTuber. I'm not really an artist VTuber. I'm a gamer. That's okay. I hit something, I don't know what I hit. Hopefully that didn't mess anything up on OBS. Let me see. No, things look okay. Alright, back to work. Back to the grind, mezzanine. Honestly, I think I don't like this part right in here. It needs to do that a bit more. How about this under bit? Do I like that? No. No, I do not. I do not like it, SpongeBob. I need you to do it again. I think I need my cursor to be a bit smaller. There we go. Finer lines. Sometimes you have to work with finer lines and curl in like that. Like that. How's that looking? Better? A lot better. Yeah, I could actually live with that. Is it perfect? No. But it's okay. I'm wondering if it's too big. Because I think the under bit needs to be smaller. Maybe I need to do something. Oh, sorry. Maybe do something with this part. Maybe it needs to be finer? Because it doesn't really look like a xenomorph tail at the moment. I think it needs to bend more in. Let's fix that. Let's just fix this. Because it does not look like a xenomorph tail right now. It's definitely a tail, don't get me wrong. It's not a xenomorph tail. Yeah, something more like that. That's okay. I'll erase that part. Okay, that's better. Alright, now we get the... You know what? No, I'm not going to work on the spines right now, because like I said, this is just the rough art. So I set these two spines so that way I know those are there. I put a lot of design in this gun. Oh well. Yeah, that can work. Then it's going to, like, do that, and that. Those are lazy marks, but that's okay. Okay. Do I like that? No. Something's not right here. Yeah, I think it needs to be smaller. Hold on. Grab all you. Where are you? Transform. Make it a bit smaller. About there. Maybe that'll work. And then selection clear. Yeah, that's a bit better. I don't think I like this part though. Gotta erase that bad boy. Something more. Yeah, that's a lot better. Is that better? Yeah, erase that one. Because then it looks like it's coming out more. Yeah, the Xenomorph's tail is actually terrifying, and like the sheer power stoppage it has. My thing is, did I leave enough room for the claws of the Yacha? Which are the predators, by the way. That's what they're called. They're Yacha. Alright, so let's work on the claws now. Oh, they're not together. Why aren't they together? My references. Please. These are both pretty good. Okay, so I'm not going to have them extended, the claws, because they would probably take up all of the room I need. Because the wrist blade is not small. Or the gauntlet, the wrist gauntlet. Maybe I just make it go up. That'd be smart. Yeah, we're gonna... Unless I have them going down like that, that could be cool thematically. But no, I kind of want everything to be pointing upwards. Because what that'll do is that'll draw your attention into the title. Oh shoot, where am I going to put my text? So, hold on, let me figure this out logistically. This will be where I put the text. So I'll have the title there. I guess the text there. Alright, fair enough. But ideally what I want to do is, when I do thumbnails, or when I'm working art for thumbnails, usually it comes after, but sometimes I like to plan before, where I'm going to put the text. For the last series we did prototype, which by the way, I still need to work on those timestamps. I try to figure out where I'm going to put the text. Usually it's after I'm like, oh shoot, I've done all this work, where am I putting the text? Which happened with the prototype ones. I can actually show you, hold on. Let me show you that. Can you see this? No, you can't see what I'm doing. Okay. Pictures. Where's my thumbnails? Where are they? There they are. Let's just use the last one. So, what happened is, with this, is I put... hold on. There we go. I put a lot of texturing in, and I was like, well, shoot, where am I going to put the text? And I was like, okay, I'll just get rid of some of the texturing in this area. And then, because originally I was like, okay, maybe I'll put it like in the sky, and then I was like, oh shoot, the buildings are tall. Oh shoot, that's really tall. So eventually I just put it down here, because it made the most sense. File, close, no. I'll save this real quick. So what we're gonna do here is I'm gonna try to have everything pointing upwards. Unfortunately, how this tail is... Unfortunately, how this tail is bending, I was using the wrong thing. How it's bending, I don't really have room for the Yacha claws to go diagonally like this, because they're just going to hit that. So maybe I just have them going upwards. I'm not sure. I'll play around with it. We just need to get the design in first. Let me zoom and enhance these photos. Yeah, the Yacha gauntlets are kind of complex in the way they look, aren't they? That's okay. That's all right. So we want... I can actually still make it... I can still make it go upwards. Yeah. Something like this. So we don't want it to be... So how this usually works is... Oh shoot, I want that one actually. So it sits on the forearm, right? So let's say that's the hand, that's the arm in a very rough sense. It would sit on the forearm, so that would be from the wrist. Emphasis on I'm calling wrist blades, and they come just short. I think they sit on your. They come short of the elbow. I think it's like. The way it's looking on this reference, it looks like it's coming about 2 to 5 inches shorter of the elbow, maybe a little bit lower. But it's a very bulky in design. Unfortunately, these are not up down, which is what we're drawing. They're from the side, so I kind of have to guess some stuff here. But yeah, they are pretty bulky. Gosh, darn it. I need my eraser to be bigger. Oh, there. Yeah, maybe a little. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. Find me. Don't worry about it. Now, when I used to do Let's Plays, before I became a VTuber, what I did is I just selected one of the random images that popped up from the actual thing. But I definitely think after... I think doing it this way is just much more fun for me. Yeah, I like that. Okay, so the wrist gauntlets actually don't come out at the top here. They actually come out at a little thing down here. Like there's a little thing that extends out. So since we can't see that, it's just gonna look like it's coming out like that. So when they're not extended, it comes a little bit out. Not too far out, because when they're fully out, they go like there and there. But when they're not extended, they come to about, like, there, it looks like. Because when they extend, it's a good, like, 5... Actually, that's like a good foot, maybe 1.5 feet of the blade coming out. I think when it's not out, it's, like, about 1/2 foot. Oops, what just happened? What? Oh, I see what I did. Okay, that's fine. So maybe about to there will do. So the biggest issue with doing this top-down is it has... The Yacha blades have a very unique design, where it's a spear like that, and then it comes out like that, and that's... Ooh. And it goes like that. Then it curls up like that, comes back. Curls like that. And then there's another one, another spindle. Like this. Like that. And then it kind of curls in a little bit. But anyways, where I'm going with this is it is very stylized in the way it looks. Actually, this isn't terrible the way I'm making this look. It's a shame I'm not going to use it, but... Because it kind of has a weird curl here, right? So it curls in a lot, and then it curls back up. And it kind of points like that. Looks weird, I know, but that's just the way it looks. Oops. Hold on. And then curls like that. That's kind of how the Yacha blade looks. So trying to draw that top down is not going to be easy. Honestly, I don't even think it'll... I should have done this at a side angle or something. Oh well. I like the way this design looks. I'm so tempted just to use that. I can't though, that's from the side angle, which sucks, but could I use that somehow? Because I really like the way that looks. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know at all, Chief. Ooh, so I could talk about some stuff while I'm trying to figure this out. So before I started streaming, I had to go do some errands. Like, if you follow me on my socials, you'll see I talk about that. So I had to go on some walks to get. I had to go grab some stuff, then I had to grab some other stuff. But as I was walking, I could see a storm rolling in. It was really cool. I don't know what's so fascinating about it to me, but like seeing the thunder, seeing the lightning in the distance, but not hearing the thunder is very interesting because you just see like flashes in the clouds like a mile away, and it's like, oh, that's so cool. You just see the boom, boom, boom. It's like let's say that's a cloud, that's an awful looking cloud. Like, you see like this, you'll just see the strikes of you're kind of reddish, maybe more over here. They weren't dark red, it was more like light. Something like this, you just hear boom. That's not color, just boom. Just boom, you know, very cool to see. I don't know, maybe that's just me that likes to see like something rolling in like that. Just seeing like the distant lightning. Not hearing the thunder really, but just definitely the distant lightning is pretty cool. So what I'm thinking to do here with this, while I was goofing around, is maybe have it a little bit like that. Maybe? And then... okay, I have to do a lot of guesswork here. So maybe... I don't know. I really... oh, that's ginormous. It is pretty pointed at the end, so maybe... so maybe it needs to come in some. Something kind of that. Yeah, I could live with that. Obviously, it's not perfect, but I think it's serviceable. Because, again, we're at a top-down thing. Sorry, I couldn't tell if there was a storm. Because there is a storm, it's supposed to actually start now. And I couldn't tell if I heard, like, that's not a good line, me. Come on, ghost it. How thick are they? They are not very thick. They're pretty thin blades. Okay, we're gonna just... now, if you have issues with drawing a line like that, sometimes it's better just to change the angle. Sometimes, the body naturally likes to draw in a very specific angle. It usually likes to draw up or down 45 degrees. If you use... it depends on if you're... I guess which hand is your dominant hand too. Do I like that? It looks weird. It does look weird, but not much I can do about it, really. Unless I get some design work in here like this. Hold on. Where it still kind of holds like this. So maybe you'd see something akin to that. And then that. I don't know how to draw this from top down. So maybe something akin to like this. And then like that. It just looks like a sword now, but I mean, what do you want from me? Something like this, and then like this maybe. The kiss, oh, the points were kissed. I saw it, they smooched. I saw them smooching. Yeah, something more like that. I definitely think adding some design to it makes it look better. And then I guess Oh yeah, the rest of it doesn't have any design. It's just that part that will. Okay. Okay, chat, look away. I'm doing an illegal move. No, I won't. I'm just gonna copy and paste it now. I'll actually do this. Hold on. Like that. And then another one like that. And then one down here, like this. And then they smooch. Look at them smooching. Oh, they're smooching. Out of context. Me just talking to myself about 2 lines smooching. Alright, that's gonna have to do. Is it? No, I won't accept this. I don't like that, I don't like that. I don't like the tip of the blade. So let's maybe come like that, and then like that. I just don't want one side to look like it bends more than the other. That's okay, I can work with it. Okay, now we need to work on the actual box. I'm gonna make this smaller, I don't like it. Me like, this is fine. I don't like it. I don't like it. It's not for me. Anyways, so how the things work is there is a little panel that sits like here-ish. And what this does is it pops up and it'll sit like that when it pops up. And then there'll be like a screen here. And they'll have like the Yacha symbols, which I don't know, look like that. I think I just wrote a bad word. I can't tell. Yeah, maybe I'll have it open. Yeah, maybe. That's kind of interesting. Having the plate open like that. How big is the plate, actually? It's pretty big, actually. That's fine, though. I think that can work. They're kind of like squiggly lines, but that's okay. Like I said, this is just a rough draft of it. And then there's like a thing like this that sits here. I don't know what they are. Oh, that sits on the actual plate, that thing. Oh, wait. I've misunderstood how this looks. This actually comes all the way down to here. So I'm going to fix this in a second. Does this thing... I don't remember if this thing comes all the way down. I think it does. And I erase this part, because this is going to come all the way down to here. Like that. And I erase this part really quickly, and it's going to come down. Down, 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 like that. That'll work. Yeah. Is that okay? I still don't like these blades, but unfortunately I did them at a top-down angle. Yeah, I could fix it. I could do the box more like that, and then have just a single blade come out, and I could use... But then I wouldn't be able to see the screen. I kind of like the screen more. Let me see, though. Hold on. Transform. Rotate you. Rotate that bad boy. Rotate him. And then... whoopsies. Shoot. Hold shift. Do I like that? Oh, that's kind of cool, guys. I don't know. The biggest thing then is I won't be able to see the screen. Then we get the cool design. I kind of like using that design. Well, technically there are 2 blades. So you know what? This works. Selection clear. We're just gonna have 2 of them. So this is going to be a bit shorter. And technically there are 2 of them, because there's 2 blades for both hands. So I get the best of both worlds. Alright. That is the base design of these done. So it kind of limited our thing here, but that's okay. That's pretty fun. Is it storming? I think so. It was supposed to start soon, though. Who knows? But yeah, that's gonna be our designs for these, I think. Okay, so this is our ref line art, right? So what we're gonna need is we're going to need 3 folders. One for the pulse rifle. Did I spell pulse? P-U... Is it L-S-E? Wait. Oh, shoot. I can't spell. My hubris of not being able to spell. Pulse? Yeah, the S comes after the L. Okay. Pulse rifle. Then we're gonna have Xeno... That's a Z, me. Xenomorph. Xenomorph tail. And then we'll have the Predator. Gauntlet? That's how you spell gauntlet. That's fine. Gauntlet. I don't know how to spell gauntlet. I'm gonna be honest. Is that a Q? Is that a G? Oh, it's a G. It just looks weird. Why is the G being weird? I don't know if you guys can see that, but... Okay. So, beep. This one will be the general line art. Same here. I like to have good organization for art. It just gives me the happy chemicals. Line art. And then general line art. There we go. Okay. Yeah, just make this so that way keep things track. So, beep, 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 beep. I almost want to keep the exact design of this, but I know I shouldn't. So what we're gonna do is we're going to turn this down by quite a bit. So that way, basically I'm just using it as a reference to my reference to my reference. Oh, I have another Discord message. Hold on. Sorry if you can hear me typing. Ugh. Do I like the design of Disto is the question. Okay, so we're working on the pulse rifle. Where was my pulse rifle? There's my pulse rifle. There's that bad boy. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, it's gonna come up. And over. And then, how thick is the thing? Not very. Up. And then over. Yeah, that's fine. If anything, we're gonna bring this down just a smidge, like that. Okay. So there's just this round bit that sits here. So it comes like that. Why is it so hard to see this? What's going on? I don't know. It was kind of hard to see. Why is it... Is it faint? It is faint. Why is it faint? Is it my density? No. Hold on. Why are you being weird? I don't know. It's a good question. Yeah, it looks light. I'm using... Hello? Does that look weird to you guys? Hold on. Wait, that's gray. Why is it gray? That's supposed to be black. Hello? Oh. Wrong on the wrong layer. Like, why does it look... Oh, shoot. Yeah, I see the issue. Hold on. Okay. Put you back down to like 25. And then this one. Yeah, there we go. Okay, good. It's a shame I just wasted all that line art, but whatever. Okay. That's a bit... Okay, hold on. That's a bit... Now it's a bit too dense. Go back down to 76. And that. Comes up, and over. It's too far to the left. I need to sit here, probably. Come over, come down, over, up, and over. Okay, something like that. Is it perfect? No. It doesn't matter, though. All that matters is... Okay, that's cylinder. I need to ghost method this a little bit more. Curve. And then it's going to come up. There we go. Not amazing, but it works. Okay. So, in between this and the smooth thing, there is a bit of a thing that curves in like that. So, a bit of an empty area, yes. So, about here, I think it's going to come up. Hold on, it needs to touch this pretty much. Yep, like that. And it comes up a bit more, like that. And then it's going to come over. Come over. And it'll come down a smidge. And then out. Nope, not that. I like that me. And then it'll come down. This is not at all matching my design. Oh no. I don't like it anymore. Oh shoot, this is all out of whack. I'm gonna come up. Shoot. Uh-oh. My line art no longer works. The humanity. Something like that. Break that down a little bit. Okay, I need to figure out where everything's gonna sit. Something like this. And then it'll come over. No. Come on me. Where does it need to end? The circle thing actually extends all the way over to here, so let's finish this part off first. So, out here, I just heard something explode outside. I think someone hit something. Okay, now this needs to connect to there. Connect. There we go, look at that bad boy, yeah. Is that thin? That is pretty thin. This is too thin. What happened here? What happened? Okay, hold on. I need to zoom and enhance and rotate. Aha, get rotated. Whoop. And then connect you there. Slow and steady, ladies and gentlemen, and in between. Slow and steady is the mark. Gosh, a diddly dark. Yeah, alright, that works. Cool. Sometimes you just have to take your chances. Ooh, that's too big. There you go. Okay, let me rotate you back this way. Control minus, minus, minus. Watch me get in trouble with YouTube or something. YouTube's gonna be like, that don't look like that's a weapon. Do you have a permit to draw weapons? It's like, no, YouTube, I don't. Why would I need it? You need a permit. It's like, why, YouTube? I'm just a person. That's a shame. You should have been a person. This needs, okay, I see. Goes to about there, there. Yeah. And then it's gonna come out. I want to connect to that. I know this looks weird. I am sorry. Why did I just hear Discord? Hello? Discord? Oh, that's why. I'm so good at responding to people on Discord. Okay. Sorry, I was looking at Discord. Socializing. It's important to socialize with both your friends and others. What is this? What is this? Do I like this? No. What is this? This angers me greatly. Okay, I'm gonna have to redo that. That's okay. Yeah, this pretty much entire bit here has to be redone. That is okay. That is sometimes a part of art, of just having to redo things. And then it hooks like that. But about here-ish, it's going to do a little bump. And then it comes back up. Comes back over to there. And then, like, right in here is this little doohickey. I don't know what it's for, but it's here. Like that. And there's circles. A little circle and a little circle. See, it's the little details that bring art together. These weird things that I don't understand what they're doing, it's important. Why? Don't question me. Why? But Mr. YouTube man. Actually, wait, that's in the wrong place. What? Is it in the wrong place? No. Because this needs to be here. Mr. YouTube man, what are you doing? You don't know what you're doing, are you? Don't judge me. Trust me, I am driving the car. Don't worry about it. Do you have a license? No. Then why are you driving a car? Don't question me. Don't worry about it. I'm at the wrong angle. No, stop it. Stop. Thank you. Yeah, something like that. Something like that. Shoot. I just need to get rid of this little doohickey. And I think I need to make... Gosh... Diddly darn it. Yeah, something like that. Is it perfect? No. But, you know, sometimes you make things that aren't perfect, and that's okay. I'm still trying my best. That's all that's important. Okay. So this is about the angle, like the right away angle. Where are you? Get out of here. None of that. Be gone. Be gone. There we go. So thankfully, since we're just doing weapons and stuff, we won't need texturing work for this thing. Which is good, because texturing work is hard. Out there? Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, make it a bit more round looking there. Okay, so this is going to come down nowhere, actually. It pretty much extends from here. It doesn't come down like that? No. Alright. So it's going to be like the... Very good work, me. Very good work. I thought it came down more. Fair enough. Okay, so it goes like that. Yeah. And then there's another little doohickey bow. Wait. Something's wrong here. I can sense it. This is too... Okay. Hold on. Hold your horses. Hold them. Hold them down. Good song. Very, very questionable song, though. Be careful when you listen to that one. It needs to come a bit more in, like that. Yeah, about there. Then selection, clear. Aren't you so happy I'm streaming of me just talking nonsense to myself? I'm gonna need to take a break here in a second, though. To stretch my leggies. My leggies require stretching. Please, wait. Huh? This? Whoopsies. Stop it. So this actually curls a little bit. And then that. Then it comes down. I'm seeing something. So in actuality, this is too high. This bit right here, it needs to come up a little bit. So let's select it. Sometimes that's a part of art, you know, sometimes you have to move stuff around. This needs to come up some. It needs to go about there, I think. Maybe even a little bit higher. Like that. Oh, humanity. There. Erase that part. Erase that. Clean up these lines a little bit. Broche. No. Yes. Okay. Better. Because what's supposed to happen here is... Yeah, I see. Basically, what happens is it curls a little bit like that, and this just comes all the way over. Not all the way over. Curls a little bit, and then this comes down, and then over, and this is going to extend a little bit more. This is fine. Everything's fine. Don't worry about it. Yeah, and then this comes up. And this is... I don't know what this is actually on the gun. I don't know what the purpose of this doohickey is. Oh, you know what that is? This is the thing that changes how fast your bullets come out. Because there is a... Or is that the screen? No, I think that's the bullet screen. So there's an attachment somewhere on this where you can change from burst fire. I don't know where that's at. I think what I'm drawing is actually the screen where it tells you how many bullets are left in your gun. If you guys have seen Alien or Aliens? I'm trying to remember where you actually... I don't think you've seen an Alien. No, you don't. You've seen an Alien, so... It needs to be a bit more bulky. Yeah, this needs to be a bit more bulk. It's down to about there. And over and up. So this, I think this is the UI that tells you how many bullets are left in your gun. Comes up, over, down, over. Yes. Yes. Erase that part. I probably need to join an art community somewhere at some point. So that way I'm not just learning in all by myself. There's 2 screws there. Shoot. How am I gonna do this? Because this isn't the full thing. Shoot. Okay, hold on. I'm thinking. I think it needs to be scooted a little. So we're gonna scoot this bad boy. It's gonna get scooted over. Just a smidgen. Transition. You're gonna come about there. Because this is just a little box, pretty much. Selection clear. Okay. Is that still too far over? No. I see, hold on. Because it sits... Maybe it needs to go down some, actually. Oh, it's actually right at the trigger, so yeah, hold on. Z. Transition. It needs to come down to about here. Yeah, because it sits... Yeah. Because it sits very close to the trigger. Which I assume the trigger is going to sit somewhere about here. So we'll keep you there. Selection clear. And that just gave me a lot of room. I don't think I need that much room though. Hold on. I'm trying to figure out where this thing needs to sit. I think it sits there. That's the final place. Yeah. So, this thing curls down. And then it comes down a little bit more. It's gonna attach to that probably, like that. Look, we have a general idea here. Maybe it needs to be thicker. Is that my issue? Maybe I just made this too small? No? No, I don't think that's the issue, Chief. Because it needs to come up. And it's supposed to hook into this line, like that. I think it's... Let me think. There's definitely something wrong with it. I just don't know what. I'm gonna erase this part. So, let's just start with the box. That's the box, right? I think it's actually the wrong shape of a box. So we're actually just gonna erase it all. That's okay. So where it needs to sit is close to the we need to do the trigger first. Let's just finish the gun before we start putting on designs, right? So there's a little line like that, and then it comes up more like that. I'm gonna have to really fine line this. Hold on. Smaller, comes up, and then over. Oh, minus, and then where it comes out. I do this too far back. I did. Ah, shoot. Because this needs to sit here, I think. Don't talk about it. Don't tell anyone that I'm doing it. There we go. So something about there. Selection clear. Pen. So what this, there's like a little box that sits here. I don't know what this box does. There's so many parts of weapons I just don't understand, if I'm going to be completely and utterly honest. Like, I understand the basics. Like, I understand the chamber and the barrel. You know, I can't draw barrels too. Barrels have always been the bane of my existence when I drew, like, weapons. Yeah, I like that. Maybe it needs to be a bit longer. But, I'm definitely not someone that understands weapons all that much, right? I am... It's a bit bigger. I'm very much so a Bambi when it comes to understanding specific parts and stuff. Like, I understand when you shoot... When you pull this trigger, the shell has to come out of there, and it goes whoosh, and it flies somewhere. Which is why you can't put your face too close to this, or you'll get smacked in the face by it, and it'll be like, ow, that hurt. Why? Why would you betray me, weapon? You were the chosen one. I really am stupid, aren't I? Oh, and it curls like that. Curls like that. Like that. It's not perfect, but it'll work. And then it comes up. Like that. And then it's going to go that way. That way. Yes. Yes. Where's that part? This is where the trigger goes, which I know what triggers do. You shoot, you pull it and it causes the bullets to go pew 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 pew. Okay. We are actually going to take a short 5-10 minute break so that way I can stretch my legs, maybe grab a snack. I don't know. But we will be back in a few minutes, and then we'll continue working on this. My predictions are that we will probably finish up the gun, the general design of the gun, and maybe start working on the Xenomorph's tail. I probably won't have time to fix the Yacha blade, but I predict we'll probably finish the gun tonight, and then we'll go from there. So I will be back in like 5-10 minutes. Stay around. Stay tuned. I'll see y'all in a couple minutes. Let me put the music back on for you guys. You know what? You get this music now. You're going to have Deep Ocean. Enjoy it. Alright, we are back. Sorry. Hiya chat. Hey, we're back. Sorry about that. Took a lot longer than I expected. I had a laboratory. And also I had to watch something out the window. That was very fascinating to me. Alright, let me switch back over to this. Wow, it immediately loaded up too. That's nice. Alright, you guys have been listening to Deep Ocean for a little bit. We're going back to, Overdrive. Make sure it's picking up. Yep, alright, cool. So, back to working on our art we go. Do I like the way this looks? I don't like that. I don't like the way it's angling. Needs to be more forward. Plop. There we go. That's better. Okay. Do I like the way that looks? I think it needs to curl more around here. It needs to. Well, I guess it does. This needs to be more straight though. Yes. Okay, that's not really what my reference makes it look like, but I can live with it, honestly. Yeah, and then there's like some lines like that. But we'll make another thing for that. Is that okay? Do I like that? Do I like it? Yeah, I can live with it. Okay. So, now the fun bit. I have to draw the rest of the gun. Okay, so let's draw the trigger real quick. The trigger is very beefy, as you can see in the preview thing there. It's not that beefy though, but still very chunky. Just like that. And it comes up. But it doesn't stay chunky, it just stays chunky down here, and then it kind of like angles out like that. Like that? Yes. Erase that part because it goes like that. It goes like that. And then it goes like that. A little bit of something like that, You know what I mean? Yes. I wonder if it looks a lot like the things you put in the bottle top. I don't remember what they're called. It curls like that. And this part is pretty big, like that. But it's not fully there because this part comes in a little bit, like that. This is purely going off the reference, by the way, that makes it look this way. So I'm sorry if it looks funky to you. Don't blame me. You can blame my friends on the other side. Good song, by the way. Shame we can't listen to it, but I don't want to mess with Disney. Disney scares me. Disney is one of the very few DMCA things that even if you like mention them, they'll sniff you out and they'll ban you. You're like, how dare you talk about me? Pay me $25. Probably be like $2,500, but that's besides the point. Something like that. And then it comes up a little bit more. Not too much more, though. Okay. Sitting across from this trigger is the HUD that tells you how much ammo you have left in your weapon. So it sits about there-ish, I think. Does it sit there-ish? No. Where does it sit? Does it sit up here? Maybe it should sit up here. No, because so what's gonna happen here is this kind of bulges out a little bit. It's not too much of a, I mean, it's a little like that, and it kind of curls in like that, and then am I doing this in the right spot? Yeah, I am. Trust me. I'm a doctor. Where does that sit? That's gonna sit here. Okay. And then this comes down. And over. Over. That's where... Okay, I see. I erased this part of it. Wait, hold on, something's wrong. Hold on. I'm thinking. So, to align, this comes all the way over to here. Right? So I need to make a line, like so. Yes? Question mark? Kinda, yeah. So from this trigger, up, and then over, like so. Okay. Because what happens here is... Is that not long enough? Does this need to come over like that? I don't know. I'm basically just trying to figure this out. Not very easy to figure out, all things considered, but that's okay. Such is the way of art. Things don't come easy. Okay. Why are you the way you are? Why do you look that way? I don't like that. Stop it. Stop looking that way. Why are you curvy? You're not supposed to be curvy. You're supposed to be more straight to the point. Like an X-Acto knife. About to exact its revenge on me for being dumb. I'm trying to figure this out, sorry. I'm wondering if something's too short here. I think there's supposed to be more room in here. I'm wondering if I need to move it some. I don't know by how much it needs. So this looks wrong. This don't look correct. Yeah, something more like that. Let me try something. I'm just gonna grab this line here, and we're gonna scoot it. Needs to maybe sit about there-ish? I think that's more right. Select clear. I know you guys can't see what I'm talking about, by the way. Sorry, if I had a way to show you the program I'm using, I would, but I don't. So I'm sorry. Okay, that's about more normal. Yeah, okay. It still needs to be more chunky, all things considered. Anyways. So... that's like a whole section, like right here. That's a whole thing. It's a whole bunch of parts on that line. And we'll get there, don't worry. So, I need to work on this thing. Actually, I want to keep that. Because coming out from this part is everything else here. So it starts here? Yeah, so this is the secondary part here. It extends like that. Like so. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah. And then there's like that thing. It's gonna sit like there-ish. Is that where it goes? Yeah, roughly about there-ish. See, all you gotta do is take your time with it. I know I'm adding details before I finish the gun, which is probably a bad idea. However, it helps my frame of mind. Like that? Anyways, let's just finish the rest of the gun design, honestly. Okay. Just finish the base design. So this comes out to about there-ish. About there, right? And this is where the part comes. You know what I'm talking about. So, in line with this actually is the Yes, I'm gonna keep making a noise. I just can't stop me. Okay, so it comes about to here, I think. Yeah. About to there-ish. And then comes down. Not that far down though. About to there maybe. Is that right? Chat, is that right? Doing this right? roughly, yeah. And then what's gonna happen is that's gonna curl like that. It needs to come off the gun a little bit. Okay. Not that far off, though. We need a little bit of curling. Basically, I'm just trying to figure out how to make the look. A little bit shorter, maybe. The big thing with this is, I'm gonna erase that. Yes, this comes down, but it comes back in a lot, like that. I think. Right? It's not very straight. It's like a curl, like that. Like so. Like that? Yeah. And then that's the edge. Up there. Comes up. And does it need to be thicker? I think it needs to be longer. As much as I like it. Hold on. Let's just erase that part. We'll fix it. Don't worry. We'll make you whole again. Better, stronger, faster. It's about there. And that's gonna come down. And curl in like that, maybe. It just looks wrong. So wrong. It's wrong. You're wrong. I'm wrong. What am I wrong about? I don't know. Leave me alone. It's trying to make this look good is the hard part. It's the part. I'm basically just trying to make the part. Because this is supposed to go back on thing. But I'm trying to make it look good, and that's not going well for me. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I think it just needs to be thinner. I think it's just too bulky. Like this way. I don't know how to make it look less bulky though. Maybe just bring it in something like that. Yeah. I think that's better. Okay. But the only issue is this is where the shotgun is gonna go, by the way, or the underbarrel grenade launcher trigger is gonna go. Maybe you can see, oh no, that's not where it's going. It's going way back over here. It's going like there. The thing I'm trying to figure out is how to make, because I don't, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe this isn't the thing that cocks back. Maybe it doesn't move. Maybe this is just design. Like it does like that. But I kind of like this design more. So maybe I'll stick with it. I don't know, we'll see. Let's see how I feel. Maybe it needs to... No. This is the general area it needs to be. I'll make it work, don't worry. I'm just thunking. Like that. Needs to be a bit longer. Shoot. Something like that. And then erase that bit because that came up for some reason. Something like this. It needs to go like that. Yeah. This isn't how it's going to look in the final design. It's just that's what I need right now. Something like this. Does it pop up out again? No. Okay, I see what I need to do here. Yeah, that's fine. Also, I'm sorry if I'm just playing the same music over and over again. It's helping me stay on track the best. So this is the barrel, from what I understand. It needs to be a lot thinner at the top there. Zoom and enhance time. It needs to be like there, and then it comes down, comes over, and it comes back up. Not that far. Like there, and like that. And what that does is, I'm pretty sure this links into the barrel somewhere. Yes, it does. Wait, where am I? Yeah, I see where I am. Okay. Something like that. And then there's like these cylinders that sit here, 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 here. And these you can see all the way through, but something like that. I don't know. And then there's like a big circle there. Detailing me, stop it. I know I don't need a detail right now, but I like it. Control minus class. It looks so funky, but we can work with it. We're gonna get rid of the circles for now. We'll come back to those. So, this needs to have a bit of a thing like that. And then like that. And then it's going to curl. And then curl. 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 Like that. There we go. Look, it's a barrel. Maybe this needs to be up a little bit. Something a bit more akin to that. Yeah, that's better. Use attach there. Always save every so often, so that way you don't, if something bad happens, you don't just lose everything. I'm wondering if I made this too like this way. I don't know. We'll see. So that's like that. And there's a bit that comes like this. And like so. I know this kind of looks like nonsense. Don't worry, it is nonsense. Something like that, maybe. Yes. I think something just does not feel right here. I don't know what it is. I think I made it too thick. Like in here? I think it's coming back to bite me now from the design. But I'll make it work, don't worry. It's just, it's gonna look a little bit off. Because I didn't one-to-one it, pretty much. Some things are going to be self-done. Now this is more of a square than anything. It's not a rectangle, so I need to square it up. Get out here. So this little doohickey is the ammo counter. Like, so it'd be like 52, something like that. So what I can do, what does my reference actually say? I think it says 46. So you can do that. And the way that they display ammo is very like that. I could even do a 5 if I wanted to instead. So something like boop, 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 boop. 45. That could be look like a cool design there. Okay, so now then, we need to do this under bit, this bit down here. So this is where the barrel is gonna sit. Not the barrel, the trigger for the under barrel attachment. So you come down like so, And then you come in like that. Not too much though, just a little bit. And then it comes down. And it goes over. And it goes up. And then that goes up until it reaches the next bit, which sits there. And there actually isn't... This is just like a... something like this. Like that. And you come up. So, I can't even draw the trigger yet, actually. I need to do this bit. Yeah, so this is too thick, is what I'm seeing now. That's okay. Something like that. Listen, our pulse rifle just a little thick. It's fine. Oh, I'm seeing it now. This is too thick. Which is why this looks so weird. That's okay. It's not a mistake, it's a happy accident. It's fine. Leave me alone. Okay, so this actually does curl down under the gun like that. How am I gonna do this? Okay, so we're gonna take some creative liberties here. There's a little bit of creative liberties, it's fine. No, it's not, because I think I see what that's supposed to do. Shoot. How am I gonna do this? It's a good question to me. How am I? Where's my music? Music? Why aren't you working? There you are. I just didn't want to work. I hope we can finish this gun by the time we're done with our stream tonight. Maybe... The more I'm looking, the more I'm realizing I think this is wrong in here. I think it needs to come down more. Yeah, because this isn't supposed to be such a big edge there. Is it salvageable? Maybe. Maybe. Yeah. Okay. So we're actually going to erase this entire bit here. It's wrong. It only needs to go to about there. And then it goes out. Yeah. 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 Hold on. We're gonna fix this. I can fix you. Maybe. That. Like that. Like that. Like so. Like so. Like that. And then like that. Wait. Yes. This corner needs to be really small, like that's the corner. That's okay. It's okay. It's fine. Like that, and then like that. Little circle. Little circle. That's a little bit better. It's not perfect, but it'll work. Obviously, if you're, you know, more of a better artist than I am, probably do this a lot better than I can. But hey, that's okay. And there's this little doohickey that sits out like this. I like that. Don't know what it is, but I like it. I'm wondering if the magazine actually goes in there, like that. Maybe. Perhaps. Little designs, don't worry. Stop worrying about designs, me. Just finish the way to finish the gun. All right. So this thing comes out like that. that. Like that. Yeah, somewhere like that. And then it comes down. And this is where the ginormous little nub is going to sit. Oh. Alright. So, it is decently sizable. Something like that. And then it's gonna come down. No, down. Thank you. And then what happens? And it comes down more. Oh, stop. Stop at me. Thank you. Like this. And then about here, it's gonna come in. The more I keep drawing this, the more it looks like a shotgun underbarrel than a grenade launcher underbarrel. And it's kind of funny. Needs to be smaller there. Like this needs to just touch, almost. Something like that. Yeah. Yeah? Yeah, that's fine. Is it perfect? No. I don't care though. Making it work. Slowly but surely. It's just this part I need to figure out now. Because it needs to just go straight. And then it needs to hit the part. Don't worry, we'll make it work somehow. Something like this. And then this needs to curl in like that. Like that. Let me put it like that. Like that. Alright. This thing looks so incredibly chunky, but that's just the way it came out. And I have to live with my decisions. Maybe it needs to be longer here. Yes, I think it maybe needs to be longer. Let's try it. Maybe about there. Better. That looks a lot better, actually. Perfect? No. But doable. Serviceable. Very much so serviceable. And this thing is going to basically... This thing is going to attach to the middle of this bad boy. Like that. There we go. Beep, 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 beep. So many lines I have to keep track of. And I think that's the general design of the gun done. Yeah. Is it perfect? No, actually no, it's not done. I need to actually do the parts in here. You know, the circly doohickey that comes over, comes down, goes over. How far over does it go? Out to there. Goes down, down, down. Like that. And then there's another... Ooh, what did I hit? There we go. And you see, this actually all is sitting on this. Because this isn't just floating in the open. This is sitting on a box. And then there's another circly doohickey bit. What did I hit? Is it any thinner? No, that's about normal. Okay, and then this one sits like here. I don't really know what it does, but it does something. Something like that. But it needs to look more in... It needs to be a little bit more circular. Like that. Perfect. There's a big circle here. I don't know what it does, but it's a big circle. That's about all I know. It's a big circle. Okay, erase that. And that's just about it done. Yeah, there's like another, there's like a little thing there that sits on that, sits on that. And then there's a box right here. Just like that, and like that. It has another screw. It's actually a really small one. Like that. Actually, I don't think this is... I think this is too long. I think it needs to stop like there. That's better. Perfect? No, but better. And there's another one of these. A circle, another circle, side of this circle. Like that. Yeah, that's fine. Actually, no, it's not. This needs to be tighter, closer to that circle. Oh man, circles are the bane of my existence. There we go, that's better. Okay. And there is another doohickey down here. Comes up like that, like this. Up, over, over. And this one has two little circle doohickeys. I don't know what they do, but it looks nice. Shoot. You need to go through there. Through there. There we go. Okay, that's like the general design without putting too many designs in it. Of the gun. You have the main gun that shoots, you know, a bullet. Little pew. And then this shoots either a grenade, like that, or it shoots a shotgun. I don't know which one it shoots. It shoots shotgun, it's like pew. It's shooting blunderbuss, don't worry about it. Man, I'm getting hungry. That's, oh, I didn't, that's true. What did I make for dinner? Oh yeah, okay, I remember now. I had meatloaf today. It was a meal of dinner night. Oh, lunch, dinner, whatever you're gonna call it. I eat meals weird. I try to eat dinner after we end stream, which for most people, that's not when you're supposed to eat dinner, they're chief. But I'm not most people. I'm not normal. Alright, so let's look at it like this. That was the start. This is what we have now. There's definitely some tweaks I've done. I definitely made this part smaller in here. Oh, right, there we go. I've definitely moved some stuff around. The part has moved. But I think that looks good. I think I'm happy with how it's looking. Yeah, okay. Time to put some fine detail on. So when you want to do detailing, it's usually good to do it like this. Details. I know I didn't do all the... I did some details when I shouldn't have, but this is going to be just generalized stuff. Okay, so let's start on the butt here. So there's a couple lines that come through, kind of like this. Come over. Oh, not that thick. Not that thick, buddy. Something like that, maybe. Like that. Like that. Yeah, stuff like that. Boop. And boop. Not that thick, buddy. Come on. Come on, you can do it. There you go, good job. And just, you know, these little lines that add some texturing to like the butt of the gun. Makes it look nice. It's just really hard to do this personally because I am not very good at drawing these types of shapes. Oh, I think they're just supposed to be a straight line. I think they're supposed to be like that, that, like that, like that. Something like that, maybe. Is that better or worse than what I'm doing? I think that's better. You know, sometimes with these things you have to experiment. You have to be like, do I like that? No? Okay. Something like that, maybe? What's really nice is since I'm doing this on multiple layers, I don't have to worry about erasing my line art too much. Yeah, that's okay. And then just a really long one. Yeah. Not that long, like that. Ghost method, this bad boy. No. No. Maybe? I think it's just too thick. Too thick. There we go. So a bit more akin to that. We just want little designs on there like that. Not amazing, but can't win them all. Okay, so right here where this trigger is, there's actually some weird lining. Goes like that. And it comes back in like that. What is it? I don't know. And there's like a little bulb. And there's like another bulb. Do I know what these things are? No. I could probably learn. But I don't know what they are right now. There's another little bulb. And then right in here, this is actually not good. I'm gonna erase that one. Anyways, right in here, there's like a little whoop. What does it do? It's a whoop. It does whoop stuff. I could keep this on the... Actually, yeah, I can keep this like this. Because this is technically me detail working. So it can stay here. No. No. Yes. Stuff like that. That's cooler to look to it. Any other detailing work I need to do? Not really. I mean, yeah, I do. For the butt over here. Oh man, there's a lot of work I need to do here. Alright. Because it comes up like that. And there's a part that comes down like that. And comes in and out like that. And there's a see-through bit here. Like so. And there's a big see-through bit up here. It's a shame I didn't do all of the detailing work on one layer, but that's okay. You live and you learn. And honestly, I could even make this smaller, like this part. Like that. You can kind of see the other one there. Like so. Do I want to make it so it's more 3D like that? No, that's gonna hurt my brain. No, we shouldn't be able to see that part probably. We can. It makes sense to see that part, but now we're doing the fine tuning of all this. So funnily enough, there is something like this that sticks out a little bit. I don't know what it is, but it's definitely something. What? I don't know. Listen, I just work here. I don't know what these lines do. Okay, let's start working on this bad boy. That sits like that. It needs to come out some more. Something like that. Like that. There are these little grooves here. I don't know what they do, but they look cool, so I want to add them. Now, am I just adding needless work for myself? Yes. Do I care? No. Wait, did I do this too high? What should I did? Back with you. I actually need to be down here. It's okay. Just like that. No. Straight line me. Thank you. Straight line. No. I think I'm drawing with my wrist too much. I need to lock my wrist. There we go. Hold on. There we go. A big thing with... another thing with understanding art is understanding which joint to use when you're making lines, right? Because... when you're making a line, right? If you want to go here to here, if you use your wrist, it isn't actually going to curve like that. But if you use your elbow, it doesn't curve as much. But if you use your shoulder, which is kind of harder for me to do, hold on. It's much more straight. Because your joints have a natural point of drawing, right? So let's say, let's use my wrist. See? It has this natural curve, right? Elbow, it doesn't curve as soon. It doesn't run as much room. Shoulder, same thing. It's very, very nice to know how your actual body works with stuff. So sometimes it's like, well, why is my body drawing more of a, why is it drawing so curved? And it may be because you are using the wrong joint, which happens sometimes. Sometimes you just have to know when to use which part of your body. Erase that. And that still comes up over here. Like so. Just draw it one at a time, me. There's no rush. You still have like 30 minutes before I need to end stream. There's no rush. Sometimes it's good to affirm yourself, you know? Sometimes you do need that affirmation of, whoa, hold on. Slow down there, cowboy. Don't rush. Just enjoy the process. And definitely have a bad habit of just doing things and not enjoying the work I'm doing. And that can lead to burnout, that can lead to a lot of frustration. Sometimes you have to enjoy the journey as well as the destination. That's a really important thing. You know, sometimes I'm hypocritical. Sometimes, you know, I am very much so like hard on myself more than I should be, but it is the way I function. Just don't function like I do. Be better at functioning, and you'll be fine. Okay, there's those done. Okay, so this is where the fun is going to begin. Because there are these cylinders that you can see through here, like so. That looks like a triangle to me. Okay, like that. And then there's like a space, and then like that. That's a space. I don't know how many of these I'm gonna do. I could count them in the picture, get it more exact, but I care not. I'm doing this a little bit on my own here. Art's very relaxing though. It's just you have to get into the process of doing it. And it keeps going actually, oddly enough. Well, these circles. Okay, and then this part right here actually curls like that. It comes down and over. And there's some weird circle like that. I'm actually not gonna have that one. Artistic design not to have the circle. I don't want it. Okay, so there is this thing that sits like this. It's some kind of attach. Like that. Don't know what it does. But it's definitely something. Let me erase that. Okay, back to details. Yeah, like that. A little bit of something like that, You know how it is. Okay. Yes. Yes. What is this? What is this? What is a circle? Get out of here. Oh. Wait. Huh? Oh, I see. This circle does not want to be here. Get rid of that circle. And that line. Okay. Sometimes you do have to erase some lines, and that's okay. Back to details. Oh, right. Part. This bad boy. I'm so tempted just to do this on this. Something like... But that's gonna look weird. It still looks weird regardless, but not much I can do about it. Something like that. And the rest of these lines come up like that. Aha! Wachow! And they curl like that. Because it's curling that way. It doesn't need to curl until that point, though. Yeah. Yeah. It's a little thick, but that's okay. Sometimes it's not bad. So I'm actually going to start that curl there, so that way it's easier to do. Something like that. Erase that part. Erase those lines. Slow and steady, chat. Slow and steady. Sorry if I'm not being as talkative. I'm kind of focusing on the actual art process. I'm not the best when it comes to commentating while doing art, because I'm still kind of new to art, so I can't really provide... That's a slow thing. I shouldn't do that. There we go. Oh, good heavens me. What are you doing? Something like that, maybe. Funky line. I can vibe with it. But I'm very much so... So it's very much so like learning a new video game, right? When you're learning a new video game, you're internalizing it a lot, and you're kind of talking about what you're doing. You can't really... I mean, some people can, but I'm not one of those people that can be like, yes, today at the shop, I went and I bought 26 tacos. It's a lot of tacos, to be fair. I don't know how someone could eat that many tacos. Insane. That's an insane amount of tacos, me. I think that just actually threw me a little bit. I was like, wait, how do I eat that many tacos? That's the thing, me. We can't eat all those tacos. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Actually, there's like a little thing that goes like that. I don't know if I'm gonna have that, but it's an option. So down here, there are more of these circle things. I need to take a sip of my drink. Hold on. Oh. That tasted weird. I don't know why that tasted weird. What's really funny is we're like hyper-focusing on these things, and we'll probably be able to see some of it. But honestly, it's for a thumbnail, me. Why am I being so... Why am I being this way? I don't need to do all these details. But that won't stop me. You underestimate my power of well, not wasting, but of doing needless details on things that don't need them. You underestimate my power. Don't try it. Good movie. I really like Star Wars, man. I actually grew up watching Star Wars. I grew up watching a lot of things, to be fair. I grew up watching Practical Magic, I watched Harry Potter, and I watched Star Wars. Unfortunately, after careful consideration, one of those aren't good anymore. And that's Potter. It really just saddened me what happened, man. Why can't we just have normal writers? You know, that's a good point. Because she, you know, that stinky lady is not very good. That means, more artists and more writers. Well, writers are artists, to be fair, but more people in the artistic field have opportunities because we had a stinky lady who is not very good at making a variety of characters. But with Star Wars, my mom sent me down when I was really young, and we just kind of watched through the prequels, and then we watched through the originals, and that was a lot of fun for me. I think watching Star Wars at a younger age made me actually really like sci-fi, because sci-fi and fantasy are like some of my favorite genres, right? I really enjoy those genres a lot. I don't know if they're my favorite genre in the world, but I definitely think... Actually, no, I think they are some of like my favorites. Sci-fi, and then fantasy. So stuff like Practical Magic, Charmed, Supernatural, stuff like that. I enjoy stuff like that. And then I also enjoy sci-fi, which would be more stuff like Star Wars. What do you think of what else I know that's sci-fi? What do I know that's sci-fi? Okay, we're taking a short break to let my wrist take a break. And we're actually looking at some sci-fi shows, or sci-fi movies. Sci-fi movies. Can you please tell me the highest rated sci-fi movies by audience? Let's see what of these I've seen. I've seen the Rival's a good movie. Rival's a fan. Alien, that's true. The Alien series. Oh, Pacific Rim? Oh yeah, Pacific Rim is a good movie. I'm trying to see here. Doctor Strange is sci-fi? It's magical. Is magic sci-fi? No. No, it can't be. No. No. You can't fool me. Alright, back to art. Is it sci-fi? I gotta think. Is it? Well, is it really? Because it's magic. You know, that's like calling Full Metal Alchemist a magic show. You know, it's not. It's the entire purpose of it. It's all science. That always irked me, but that's not, well, not irked me, but it always like had me turn my head a little bit like, but why? I think my anime list now lists Full Metal as a magic show, even though it is not magic. It very much shows like, but that's not magic. It's specifically all about science, you know? That's like the entire purpose of it. You know, magic isn't traditionally a thing. I don't know. It always had me turning my head. I guess the argument's always been, you know, magic is just science that we don't understand, which I guess I get, but I don't know. I feel like there are some things that are just inherently like magical, like Fae. Fae are like inherently magical, you know. That's fine. Yeah. Once we color this, it'll look better too, but that's features issue. I don't know, you know, just trying to think about it, like, it's funky. Actually, am I just speaking? So I say that, but I don't know if it's still a thing. Let me see if they delisted it as magical. My anime list full Alchemist Brotherhood. Let's see, because they did at one point they did classify it under magic. I'm seeing if they still do. Action? No, they got rid of them. Okay, good. Okay, I used to have magic under it, and I was like, I don't agree with that. It's not magic anymore. That's good. Because it's specifically not magical. Yeah, it's military shonen, action, adventure, drama, fantasy. Okay, that's fair. I see the fantasy in that, right? Because it has a lot of fantasy vibes. That's just me. Maybe that's just me. So, Do I want to color this now? I could. Very well could. I could. Hold on. That needs work. This block, I don't like it. Don't like it one bit. Where's our music? What happened to it? So that's a weird thing I've noticed when doing these art streams. Sometimes the music just cuts off and it doesn't want to come back on, even though it's playing right now. Come on. There we go. Yeah, I'm digging this. I'm vibing with it. I need to fix this, though. Let me look at our source. How is it? It doesn't. It cuts off about there. Technically, it's supposed to cut off here. That's okay. So I can do something like this. Hold on. Like that. No, I don't want to do that. You know, actually, I think this needs to be thinner, like at this part. I don't know how we're gonna do that, but transition, it needs to come up to about like there. Alright, selection, clear. We need to fix these lines up though. Brush. Like that, and then this can connect there. Smooth that out a little bit. Smooth this out a little bit. See you. I see you, little goblin. Can't escape my all-seeing eyes. Man, I really do enjoy sci-fi and fantasy. I think I've said that like in a past stream at some point, but definitely something I really enjoy. Not sure if I'd say, oh shoot, how am I gonna color this? Because it is specifically different colors. Alright, so what we're gonna do. This layer is actually gonna go under everything. That's what I usually like to do with my colors. Color. Alright. So we'll do a little bit of the coloring now, why not? You know? Live a little. Okay. I need to decide how I'm gonna do this. Because, okay, I'm gonna have to, so you guys are actually gonna be able to see my reference now, because I need to do color picker. Did you get the colors correct? Where is references? You're gonna see my reference. Because I need to open it. I need the colors. Opening canvas failed. What? Why are you the way you are? Why? Sai is the one that's weird. Okay. How can I do this? I don't know what this color is. It's like tan. Alright, we're gonna have to, I guess you guys won't see. We're gonna have to find a color that's tannish. So it's like something in here. No, it's too orange. This way? No. This way? No. This way? Something like there? No, it needs to be more brown. Okay, it needs to be like there. Lighter. Maybe somewhere over here? No, that's not it. Maybe there. Alright, let's try it. Brush. Textures, okay. Do I like that? Yeah, that will do. And we're just gonna color all of it in. This is my favorite part of doing art, by the way. I like coloring. Now, it's gotta be a little bit sloppy. A little bit sloppy. But that's okay. We can always fix the sloppy coloring in a minute. Like I said, I want to finish this gun before we end stream, which coming down to the wire, but I think we can do it. So if you're a digital artist, by the way, you don't want to do what I'm doing. You want to do these like individual strokes, because with these individual strokes, you can, it's kind of easier to fix, and it's not. So when you're doing this, you want to do like this. You don't want to do like that. Because don't get me wrong, this gets it done better or faster, but it's important to take your time when doing art. Because gotta pace yourself. If you go too fast, it's gonna be bad. It's gonna be quite questionable for you. It could hurt you. That's okay. It's gonna be okay. I got this. So pretty much this entire top part of this gun is this color. Like a brownish tan is what I wanted. I think I went too brown. That's okay. It's not going to be perfect because I can't color pick it because it doesn't want to open in the thing inside for some reason. I wanted to show you guys the picture I did, but it said no. How dare you? How dare you try to open a weird file in me? How dare you? Which, granted, it's a JPEG. It says it's a JPEG. It's just quick send. By the way, I wanted to say thank you to anyone that's dropped by in the stream, because I have seen some people drop by. I saw someone say hi earlier in chat. I did try to respond, but I think they left before anything, which saddens me, but that does happen when I'm doing art. I just hyperfixate into what I'm doing, and I often lose track of time. Like, I didn't realize we're 15 minutes out from needing to end stream, which is insane to me. But hey, we actually did a lot of good work today. We got the general design for the thumbnail ready. It will probably take me another day or two to finish this, and then I'll be good. I may be able to finish it tomorrow. Well, actually, I don't know, because I still need to, it's not just like I need to color it in and it'll be done. No, I need to do a lot of work. It's gonna be a lot of work to do, but I think it'll be good. I just need to fill in some of these lines here, because there's some lines need some work. Like so. Someone just dropped something. I felt that. Thankfully, I kind of have my noise suppression set in a way that you really can't hear too much background noise, because there's a lot of background noise right now from my PC blowing its fans because it's a little toasty. Yes. What else is... So this part's also going to be... This part in here. It's also that color. This tannish color. Except for... So this little sliver that sits here is not going to be brown. So I need to be careful. But everything else is brown. So, yeah, that's brown. That's not brown, though. That thing right there. That little doohickey. Okay. Just get this all nice and colored. Yes, sir. I'll probably have to go back and redo this bit right here. I just smacked my microphone. Sorry about that. I had to itch my nose. We'll get in and do some more fine details in a second. I do enjoy doing these art streams, though. I don't know if I'm going to do them a lot, but it definitely pushes me to do art more, and I like that. Because I really have a bad habit of just not sitting down and doing the art that I need to. And streaming, it definitely means, hey, you gotta do this now, don't you? You're a streamer now. You gotta stream the things. I need to do more I need to stop doing those continuous lines. It's just an active thing that you have to make yourself aware of, so that way you don't do it. That's okay. While we're getting close to ending stream, I guess I could talk about some of the stuff I've been up to. I've been playing Minecraft with my friends, because there's that server I talked to you guys about a couple streams ago. That's been going on. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I've been doing a lot of Star Rail, which if you look at my socials, you'll see I pulled Saber. I lost my 50-50 to C1 Fushuan, which sucks, but that's the way it works. If you don't know what C1 means, it's a reference back to Genshin, because I was a Genshin player long before I played any of these other games. in Genshin, when you got copies of any character, you got a thing called a constellation, which would buff it up. All the other Roheo games have the same thing. But in Star Rail, they're called Eidolons, but I don't call them Eidolons because I'm silly. I'm a silly little goose. Just a little guy. Nice. What color is that trigger? I think it's black. Yeah. Right. Nice. Shoot, there's still some bits and bulbs we need to color in, like in there, and here. Erase that part. Erase that. Oh wait, I don't remember the last time we saved. There we go. Always make sure, if you're a digital artist, always make sure to save like I'd say over like 5-10 minutes is usually good. Don't do what I do, which is not save as often as I should, because, you know, as in any program, things can crash, and if you lose like hours upon hours of work, it's gonna feel bad, so make sure to save every now and then. I know there's options to autosave. I don't know if Psy autosaves, or at least the version of Psy I'm in, because I am in the original Psy, not Psy 2. Whoa, there we go. There we go. And then we go back to a brush, get that all nice. So there. Sometimes I like to zoom in and really get stuff going. And it's also really nice about doing this is I see these little marks that I have to erase at some point. Like there's marks here and here that I need to erase. Yeah, this is looking alright though. At least for me. Like, this is pretty good for me. Nice. Nice, Roo. Alright. Is that all of the tan we need? Yeah, actually I think that's all the tan, except for this little box. I forgot to color this in. The little box. There we go. Yeah, that's all the tan bits. So we have 9 minutes left before we end the stream. No, shoot, let's do it. We're gonna... So the other color, let's do another layer. And it's gonna sit under that one. Color 2. Color gray. There we go. So, technically it's more black than gray. It's kind of grayish. It needs to be a lot darker though, something like it there. Something like this maybe? I like this. Do I? I'm thinking. Sonkin. I like this. What's nice is it'll never go over that color, so that's good. I'm just seeing if I like this color. Do I like the color? Let's see. This is just me being really lazy with coloring, by the way. I'm just seeing if it's my cup of tea with the right gray. Do I like it compared to the original? I'm just thinking if I like that. Does it need to be darker, maybe? Let's try darker. I'll do that one. So I can compare. I think it needs to be lighter if I want to do this. Go to 86. So let's try 70. Yeah. 70 versus 86. Can I type? Oh. Shoot. It's kind of hard to do this. Can I use the arrow keys? No. Oh, that sucks. I'm trying to get to 76. See if that looks better. Yes. No, let's stick with this one. Yeah, it's fine. Alright. Now I have to erase all of it though. Ugh. And a lot of this will need different texturing work. So Actually, what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna erase everything here. Because I don't want any weird lines. Oh, we don't have a lot of time. Alright, chat, place your bets. Am I gonna finish this before we have to end stream? Place your bets. I don't think I will. It's gonna get really close, but I don't think we'll have enough time, unfortunately. At least with just coloring it. The base design, I think we are kind of done with. The coloration is not going to be done. I'll have to do that on my own at some point. Erase this. There we go. Some color up there. And then make the brush smaller. That way we can do this without going outside the line too much like that. Like that, me. You're not supposed to go outside the line. And we can erase some of those down there. Like these brown marks. We need to erase. Rid of that. Rid of that. There we go. Look how much cleaner it looks. Look how good. I don't know what it is. I really do enjoy coloring. Maybe it's just that inner child in me that likes that, but who knows? Okay, this is actually gonna need some more work though, because this needs to be open air. That needs to be open, right? Yeah. Wait, this is the beefy. Yeah, it's the beefy. Yeah, right. This is gonna be tricky to do. Zoom and enhance. Need to make this pretty small. Need to basically make sure all of this works nicely. Oh, no. Yeah, like that. That's better. Okay. There we go. Look at that. Beauty. Oh, there's some stuff out over here that needs to get fixed. And then there's some brown there, some brown here. Now, I know I'm being super accurate about all this and, you know, fixing it all, but give me happy chemicals. Don't judge me. Let me be happy. Alright, Roche. It's fine. So what I'll do is, not for these ones, because these are supposed to be like that, but for these ones, they probably need to be lighter. Yeah, that's okay. Color in that twigger. Oh, my devil trigger. All of these voices are running through my head. Bang, bang, bang. Oh my, I'm on the wrong one. Son of a goblin. Which is funny, by the way. So I still find it really hilarious that they gave, in the Netflix version of Devil May Cry, they gave Dante, not only did they give him Nero's voice actor, but they gave him Nero's signature like song, which is Devil Trigger, because Dante's signature, if I remember correctly, is actually Subhuman, which is really funny to me. You stole my... I mean, honestly, at this point, Dante is a lot like... I don't really know too much about him, to be fair. What's his face? Good old Mr. Nero. I don't know too much about Nero, because I never played DMC 4. At some point we will. I don't know if I'll do it on stream, but I'll definitely do it at some point. Maybe I'll do it on stream, who knows? I think my biggest thing with Devil May Cry is it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I'm really bad. Shoot, that's our one. I'm not very good at Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is not an easy game, at least 3. I don't know anything about 4, like I said. But oh shoot, we're out of time. No, quickly, we have to color. No, you can't stop me. No, the internet is stopping me. No. Okay, let me just finish this up and then we'll stop. I won't color anything new, but I will color that in at least. Saving myself a headache for later. There we go. I try to pause that. There we go. Okay. That's gonna have to be the end of smack my drink everywhere. Bloody hell. Alright, hold on, let me close you. Discard that. But that is going to be it for drawing, unfortunately. I want to finish it, but oh well. So let's just, oh, hold on, let me put myself back down here. So this is currently what we're working with. Control 0. We have colored in and finished almost the full pulse rifle. It needs a little bit more work and then it's done. I haven't worked on the Xenotail or the stabby blades yet. That will be done at some point. And that is going to be it though. I think we did okay work. We did the rough lines. We tried to figure out where things were going to go, how they're going to look. So the next time you see this, it'll probably be done. I need to post my art on my socials, don't I? So much work. I think my biggest thing with putting my art on social, let me see it again. Okay, hold on. We are going to hide you. I think my biggest thing with showing my art on socials is I'm very much so spooked by, you know, Twitter being like, haha, we're gonna use your art for AI purposes. It's like, you know, I think I'm good. I think I'm good. Blue Sky's a little bit better with it, but I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I'm comfortable. I mean, I technically share my art constantly because of thumbnails, but that's not here or there. Don't ask me. What is this button? Man. I don't know what this thing is. Okay, let me put my drawing tablet up real quick. Oh, it has to go back and it's little close. That way it stays safe and secure from, I don't know, things. Ooh, yeah. Hey. Come on, go in. There we go. Like a glove, it's smooth. It slides. It goes whoosh, 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 whoosh. Put the wire in there. Whatever you would call it. Yeah, some over here. Don't judge me. Hold on. Okay. Hello. We are back. Oh, let me scoot some stuff around on my desk. You probably heard that can. Sorry. Not what you can do about that. Oh, this was actually a shorter stream than I thought it was. I thought it was going to be 3 hours and 30 minutes. No, we only hit 3:20. Oh, fair enough. Oh, what's on my... Oh. There's something on my pencil. There we go. Okay. So... Right. Not just feature notes for... Before we yap about anything in specific, I just wanted to say thank you to all you lovely gentlemen in between for all the support you have shown over the past 5 months. It's been phenomenal. Thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And that support includes, but isn't limited to, people engaging with our socials. I see you guys, don't worry. I see each and every person that engages with socials, and I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And that also includes people that are engaging with the streams, whether that be people that lurk, whether you are dropping by to say hi, have a nice stream, whether that be people that actively engage in the chat, or any of my VOD boys. I see you guys, don't worry, I'm one of you too. But yeah, any amount of support on the streams and the videos and the VODs means a lot to me. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But before you show support to me, make sure that you have done what you need to do in your day-to-day, whether that be, you know, obligations or stuff that are hobbies. You know, that means, you know, schoolwork stuff, homework, whether that be hobby stuff like painting, drawing, playing video games, watching TV, watching movies. Make sure that you finish what you want to do and what you need to do before you come here, because I'll be here every other day. So make sure to take care of yourselves first, because that means a lot more to me than seeing someone in chat. Now, don't get me wrong, I like seeing people in chat and seeing people lurk and stuff. That's cool. I like seeing the engagement. But more than that, I like knowing that people are safe and sound and they are dealing what they need to deal with in their day-to-day. But that's just me. Don't quote me. But yeah, thank you again for all the support of the past 5 months. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So for the upcoming streams, today is currently Monday the 14th. The next stream will be the 16th of June. Oh, not June, July 2025. I don't know what we'll do that day. I don't know what we're going to do on Wednesday. If we finish our thumbnail, we'll start Alien vs. Predator. If we don't finish the thumbnail, I don't know. I guess we'll do Pokemon. We haven't done a Pokemon stream in a little while. Or maybe we'll do another art stream. Who knows? Don't know. But that's not here or there. That's gonna do it for tonight. I need to go eat food because I'm hungry. And then I need to just kind of relax for a little bit. And then I'll probably do some stuff in like Warframe or, I don't know, Star Rail, something. I have stuff I need to do. Yeah, thank you for all the support. I really do appreciate it. I will see you guys when I see you next. Make sure to eat, hydrate, take care of yourselves, take care of your well-being and the well-being of those around you, whether that be people that care about you or people you care about yourself. Be safe and just take care, okay? Make sure to keep yourself safe. No matter what is going on, your well-being and safety is important. And make sure to show appreciation and care for those that deserve it. Because, you know, in trying times like this, a smile now and then is really important. I think the storm's kicking up outside. I hear something. I'm going to end just in case the power gets. But yeah, make sure to, you know, show support where you can for others, and just make sure you are showing enough support for yourself too, because your well-being is important as others. Sorry. Something touched. I think there was a fly that just flew past me. It made me itch. It touched my facial regions. I didn't appreciate that. Sorry for that. But yeah, take care of yourselves, okay? Seriously. I do appreciate all the support, though. I will see you when I see you all next. And as always, ladies and gentlemen, and anyone in between, stay true, stay kind, and peace out. I'll see y'all when I see y'all next. Be safe, take care of yourselves, peace, bye-bye, bye-bye. Where's the music? Where's my music? There it is. All right, yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye. Chat. Hey, no one expects a secret ending, do they? Mwahaha. Yeah, seriously, take care of yourself, okay? Eat, hydrate, and get enough sleep. And I'll see y'all on Wednesday. Be safe, okay? Bye-bye. Bye-bye-bye-bye-bye. Peace.